Did Mace Windu defeat Chancellor Palpatine, or was it a ruse by the Chancellor only to sway Anakin Skywalker to the dark side? This is the topic of debate that I will be discussing today on Star Wars Fanatic. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the army of Star Wars fanatics and see videos as I release them. Also, give the video a thumbs up to support what I do here. Now, let's jump right in. The fight between Mace Windu and Chancellor Palpatine, or Darth Sidious if you prefer, has been debated since its release in Revenge of the Sith in 2005. Did Mace actually beat him, or did Palpatine throw the fight to show Anakin the Jedi were trying to overthrow the government in an attempt to take control of the Republic? Arguments can be made for both sides. On one side of the argument, Master Windu had Palpatine on the ground and disarmed before Anakin even entered the room. One could argue that Palpatine took out the other Jedi present with ease. Mace was the only one standing and fought him bitterly. Yes, Mace did show some signs of the dark side in his battle, but if Palpatine were trying to convince Anakin that the Jedi were taking over, why didn't he just kill Mace Windu and tell Anakin that they entered his chambers to assassinate him? Palpatine had already planted the seed that it was their plan, and it could have been easily backed by the bodies of the Jedi laying before them. On the other side of the argument, Palpatine was immensely powerful and could possibly sense Anakin arriving. He may have allowed the fight to continue so Anakin could witness the assassination attempt firsthand. Anakin could witness Mace saying that Palpatine was too dangerous to be kept alive and understood it was an attempt to overthrow the government. Sidious needed Anakin. Anakin was powerful and would prove to be a great apprentice to the Dark Lord. Both sides have strong points. Very valid. I'm kind of in the middle, where I think both could be true at the same time. Yes, Mace Windu was stronger in the Force than the other Jedi who accompanied him to arrest the Chancellor. So the fight could have been legitimate to a certain point. It could be argued that Mace slightly tapped into the dark side to hold his own. I mean, look at his face. And at the same time, I also think Palpatine could have taken Mace near the end, but felt the presence of Anakin and threw the fight at the last moment before Anakin entered. If we look at the entire scene, Palpatine used some Sith powers to disable the Jedi that accompanied Mace. It didn't work on Mace though. He dodged the Chancellor and continued fighting, so I feel like they were evenly matched at the beginning, maybe even through the entire fight. Maybe Palpatine knew this, but if we watch the end of the scene, Palpatine is begging Anakin for help and he says he is too weak to hold Mace off. As soon as Anakin disarms Windu, Palpatine miraculously regains his strength and yells, so of course, the Sith Lord put on a show for Anakin. So, without further ado, here's my breakdown of how the scene went, at least from my point of view. The Jedi enter Palpatine's chambers to arrest him. Palpatine uses dark side powers to stun the Jedi and dispatches all but Windu easily. Windu is unfazed by the dark side power, possibly due to harboring some controlled dark side within himself. The two are evenly matched, and neither gets the upper hand. If Palpatine could have beaten him quickly, he would have. And the bodies would have been proof that the Jedi were there to assassinate the Chancellor. Mace Windu and Palpatine battle at a stalemate for some time, until Palpatine senses Anakin arriving. Palpatine then decides to play the victim well and throw the fight just before Anakin enters the chamber. So it appears Mace is about to kill an unarmed man. The Chancellor knows that if they just continue to fight, it will confuse Anakin and he may not turn to the dark side. Palpatine then shows Anakin the strength of the dark side by releasing Sith lightning, knowing it will be blocked by Mace because Mace is a powerful Jedi. He allows it to disfigure him and gain more sympathy from Anakin, all the while pretending to be weak. It works, and Anakin saves Sidious. So, did Mace Windu beat Palpatine, or did Palpatine throw the fight? Palpatine threw the fight, but only because he didn't beat Mace Windu quickly, like the other Jedi. He knew that this battle could go on for hours as they were pretty well evenly matched. He needed to get Anakin to do something he could not come back from, and helping him defeat a member of the Jedi High Council just might do the trick. As soon as Anakin stepped in, Sidious showed he was not as weak as he pretended and threw Mace Windu out the window. The real question to this debate should be, would Mace Windu have defeated Palpatine in the long game if Anakin didn't show up? And the answer to that question would be harder to determine. Another good question is, why didn't Anakin see Palpatine was faking his defeat? It was fairly obvious, but that is a topic for another video. So, what do you think? Leave a comment below as to if you think Mace defeated Darth Sidious or if Sidious threw the fight. And thank you for watching. And again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see content as I release it. Make sure the notification bell is on and give a thumbs up to support the channel and what I do here. Don't miss my next video where I discuss whether or not the Jedi were actually planning to take over the Republic. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you always.